Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of The Pitch is Right, the game show where we talk to all of the partners, all of the vendors who are participating in the Pitch It 2024 competition. Now, I love this competition because it really does help vendors starting out in this channel to get an idea of what we're all about. Because let's face it, sometimes we can be a little weird. And I love how this competition has grown over the years and the things that we get to do with it. But I also didn't want to do interviews the traditional way. So I came up with this game show idea. Now, hopefully, my contestants today enjoy it as well. I think you'll get a kick out of it. So let's go ahead and get started and introduce our contestants. Sudhir.
Hey, Eric, thanks for having us on this Pitch It competition. This is great. And we are really excited to be part of the Pitch It event from ConnectWise. My name is Sudhir Nambiar, and I'm the co-founder of xAmplify, which is a sales and marketing enablement platform specifically built up for the MSPs, SIs, partners in the IT domain. So very excited to share about us and be part of this cohort.
Awesome. Now, our first game is elevator pitch off. Now, this game is basically you're riding in an elevator. You have 60 seconds to tell somebody about your company and pitch them on what you do and hopefully get them to ask more questions. All right, Sudhir, it's your turn. You ready?
Yep.
All right, go.
Yeah, so I have spent around 20 years of my life in the channel, the IT solutions, SI, MSPs, all of these channels. Been very focused on growing my businesses. I have a MSP that I was running. One thing I realized that we were very bad at sales and marketing, which I guess everybody would understand. I mean, be it the vendor, be it the MSP. Unfortunately, over the years, I started realizing the bigger MSPs are better at sales and marketing, but the smaller guys are not. The difference between the two was co-marketing, not really marketing. I'm trying to get marketing, and all I can get is success stories. We thought, okay, let's do something about it. So hence we built this platform for sales and marketing enablement, which is focused on co-marketing. That's how xAmplify is born.
Awesome. Okay, so next is probably the most hated game, but also the one that everybody seems to do okay with. I haven't had anybody really fail at this game badly. They may have mentioned one or two of these words once or twice, but nobody completely tripped over this. So, of course, we are talking about tech taboo. And so what I want you to do with this section of the game is tell me a story. Tell me a little bit more about your product, service, offering, whatever it is. Give me a better idea of the benefits to me as an MSP or maybe the features. Something maybe around 2 to 5 minutes, but there's no timer on this one, so it doesn't really matter. Whatever you are comfortable with, just avoid these 4 words. All right, Sudhir, your turn.
So, so I started xAmplify probably around 5 years back, and we've been in the business. We are in almost all the Forrester quadrants and Canalys islands and whatnot. All of these things, we are there. We have been primarily in the market where a lot of vendors use our platform as their partner PRM portal.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between us and most of the other PRM portal, I can go on for that, but more than anything, we are a content creation platform than only content management platform. Most PRMs are a version of a SharePoint with a deal registration form. Now, Eric, if I were to ask you to put yourself as an MSP, and how many vendors do you work with? I mean, how many partner portals do you have to log in to do anything?
I think the average right now is getting kind of high. I think the last time I saw it, it's between 15 and 20.
Exactly. Now, if you were to put a lead or a deal, if you have a sales guy who's trying to register deals across this 15, 20 customers, how do you, as an owner of an MSP or an executive at an MSP, know what's your pipeline?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just no brainer. We started, and we when we started working with all these customers and partners, we were seeing something that is very unique. Not like it's unique; it is there everywhere. Over the last three years plus, we have spoken to more than 1,200 MSPs, partners, agents. However, you can think of any partner who is, and I'm not going to use the last word, the two-letter word, but anyway, I'm just trying to see, okay, the technology solutions providers or something like that,
Very
right?
good.
And those, so every single one of them have this problem that most of their vendors are not pretty happy about their sales motion and the velocity. Second, they themselves don't know how many deals are there, how many leads are there, how to follow up, because if they tell their sales guy, you go and register in this 15 portals and come and do now again on my portal internal,
Right.
you have 10 different qualifying questions. Everything is crazy. And most of these guys are using some kind of a PSA, either ConnectWise, Halo PSA, Kaseya, whatever they're using it. So that's where we started thinking that, okay, we this whole indirect channel needs a little bit more than what we talk. You talk to any vendor, they'll always be making fun of all the MSPs, saying they don't know to sell. But you look at an MSP, what are they going to sell? They have to get more help from the vendors. And if you look at the vendor side, it's they're using a age old 20-25-year-old content management system with documents where I can put my maximum. The best thing is where I can slap a logo, and then what? How do I market? What is the automation? How do you know whether this campaign, there are some smarter guys who smarter MSPs. And the funny thing is, it's so clear, the bigger MSPs do this thing the best. They keep doing co-marketing, and hence they keep growing. The smaller guys are doing their own marketing, and as I said in my earlier statement, that they end up doing success stories. I mean, you have videos after videos of success stories. It doesn't matter which company name. This is all what they do. Every vendor wants that MSP to talk about them, but the MSP cannot. And hence we built our platform, we extended it. Now, using our platform, an MSP can use xAmplify as their own marketing automation platform, sales automation platform, connected to their ConnectWise. We have a ConnectWise integration. We are available on ConnectWise Marketplace as well. It is connected to their PSA, the ConnectWise PSA. Every single time they register a deal in any of the partner portals, which is accessed through us, the deal gets registered in the vendor's CRM as well as in the partner CRM. Partner CRM or the PSA, whatever they have. So we have bidirectional sync always on. So no more of this partner guys coming complaining to the owner and this guy is not responding. How will he respond? Because the sales guy himself doesn't know where all are the leads. I mean,
Yeah.
so that is what we were focusing on and trying to solve that. So co-marketing and this end-to-end operational connectivity, and we
Yep.
are hoping that this would help MSPs to become better, and try to see if a smaller guy can also grow a little bit more than only the GSIs and the bigger guys. I mean, which I don't know how to say, but they
Yeah.
are the most active guys. I mean, doing these things, and that's where we come into this space.
Yeah. Well, you're connecting some very important dots
Yeah.
here because you have vendors who are typically more mature, right?
Correct.
They're not like MSPs. They have ROIs and they have goals and they have all these things that they expect out of their marketing.
Right.
Most MSPs can't spell ROI. And I don't mean that badly. I mean, yes, I'm probably going to get trolled for that a little bit. But hey, I was an MSP. Back when I was an MSP, I couldn't spell ROI either. But it's important to the vendors. And yes, as MSPs, we don't typically sell very well. And therefore, giving us a system to do that now gives us the accountability back to the vendor, which is going to justify the vendor giving us more co-marketing resources. Exactly. It works out for everybody. So yes, I see the intelligence in doing this.
Right. And also one more thing that we added, which is their part of our platform itself, is the white label services. So for example, there are a lot of vendors who give their products to be white labeled by the MSP, so that the MS now it's a big debate, or you can have a debate. Why would a MSP want to white label a product? I mean, what's the benefit?
Oh, they want to do it all the time.
Yeah, but one of the reasons that comes out is because they want the company not knowing the customer. They don't want the companies to talk to the customer directly. That's because of the lack of trust. I mean, what's the big harm if I allow that, right?
But let's be fair. That's Dell's fault.
No, I'm just going to leave again. That's why I said I don't know what should be the main reason, but even white labeling, right? One of the things, feedbacks that we have got, and with working all these vendors and everybody, one of them is like a MSP comes and white labels, and they have 3 customers. That's it. They cannot ever grow the 3 to 10. Because again, they just have a product which doesn't have a name, and they just put their name. But how do you market that thing?
Right.
The vendors are saying, I have all these documents. Now you take it. Now the documents to something usable is very tricky. And that's where that's another module that we have, where a vendor can in one click enable the MSP with all the sales, marketing, collaterals, everything, not a platform version of it. So
nice. Very nice. Thank you, Sudhir.
Thanks.
All right, let's get those words out of there. And then for my favorite part of this game show, pitch it or ditch it. You may have heard this as 2 truths and a lie, stump the chump, other words like that. But basically, this is where you're going to give me 2 truths and a lie about your product or your service. Don't do it in that order, though, because that makes it way too easy for me. Okay, mix it up a little bit. And I have to guess then which one is the lie.
Okay, I am ready.
Okay, so let's go on with our next game, which is pitch it or ditch it. They're going to give me 2 truths and a lie, and I have to figure out which one is the lie. Sudhir, it is your lucky turn.
Thank you, Eric. Finally, I'm being lucky today. So the first thing, there's 3 points, right? So I'm going to say the first one. xAmplify as a platform integrates with all the RMM, PSA providers. So if anybody is using, any MSP is using any of the RMMs or the PSAs, we integrate with them so that, when they do a deal registration, they can run their own lead funnels. That's the first part. Second, because our focus is on co-marketing, whenever you use co-marketing collaterals, content, campaigns on the platform, all your vendors, whoever your respective vendors are using, whose content you're using, they will be able to see all the details about your contacts and customers so that they can help you better. So they can help you better with the next campaign, so whatever, right? And the third one is, again, being a co-marketing platform, the amount of time that you need to spend to learn marketing, like a technology guy learning some marketing something, is very, very minimal, because you already have the things done by somebody. You can minor modifications and you will be good to go. So these are 3 different features which you will find it very different. The third one, you'll find it very different than any other marketing platform. And this is not done by somebody else. You are doing it. You have the control. You know everything.
So all right. Okay. So you made it a little tough on me, I think. I'm kind of in between the first 2, because in the first one, you said you integrate with all of the PSAs and RMMs. And usually that's a it's hard to say all kind of thing. And then the second one, you said that the vendor has access to all of the contacts that do the deal registration. And I'm pretty sure in your tech taboo, you told me you obfuscate that information. So I'm going to go with the second one, that they have visibility into all the contacts.
Yeah, they don't have it. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Right.
Good, because I know that's a big sticking point for a lot of MSPs and deal registration.
No, but then that is what happens today. I mean, if you look at any platform, it is because it is meant, the MSP cannot subscribe to anything. You just have to go through the SSOs and all the, I mean, the moment you are signing using SSO to any vendor, right there, you should know that, okay, you don't have access. I mean, it's not, these are all technology guys. And that is probably one of the reason, another, again, based on our experience, which is logical, but it's just with a lot of proof, is a lot of content, a lot of contacts and things like that is there on a vendor platform are generally spam. Why would I put my legit content, right? So,
Yep.
but yeah, you're right. You caught it. But yeah, I thought I would have been doing a better job of co-marketing so they can see it.
Okay. Well, great. And of course, I love that game because it gives you the chance to stump me and make sure that I was listening while you were doing all of your different pieces to this game. And hopefully I listened well enough. So thank you guys very much for joining me today. I hope you had fun, and I hope everybody at home gets something out of this, something very unique to the workplace and to this industry, so that you're going to find a match out there. And I hope all of you do very well in the Pitch It competition. I think you all did very well here, and we will see you on the next episode of The Pitch is Right.